Hello, it's Jim Hutchins for the Jerusalem Connection Spot Report for this week. Well, as you know, we're in the throes of an election year, and the Jerusalem Connection has not endorsed any candidate, but we're paying very close attention to the statements that the candidates are making with regards to Israel. And a statement that Donald Trump made recently got our attention. Trump said this in an interview. He says that he wanted to be neutral. He wanted to be neutral on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. He said, I don't want to get into it because if I win, I don't want to be in a position where I'm saying to you and to the other side now says, we don't want Trump involved. Let me be sort of a neutral guy. A lot of people have gone down in flames trying to make that deal, so I don't want to say whose fault it is. I don't think it helps. So I'm going to be neutral. Basically what he's saying is there is a moral equivalence between Hamas and the Palestinian Authority among the Palestinians and Israel. There's a moral equivalence between the suicide bomber that goes in to a crowded area and sets himself off and kills dozens of innocent Israelis. There's a moral equivalence between a Palestinian member of Hamas that comes in and stabs a mother of two, and an equivalent to what the Israeli soldier does when he shoots him dead. A moral equivalence. I would suggest to you that God is not neutral toward Israel. I'm reminded of the passage in Romans chapter 9, verses 4 and 5, where God says, of the people of Israel, theirs is the adoption as sons. He says this, he can't say it about anybody else. There's the adoption of sons, there's divine glory, there's the covenants made with Abraham, Isaac, the patriarchs, the receiving of the law to Moses, the temple worship, the promises, all of the promises of God. There's the patriarchs, and to them is traced the human ancestry of Jesus the Messiah, who is God over all, forever praised. Amen. God is not neutral toward Israel. He tells this early on in the book of Genesis 12:3, as you're familiar with it. I will bless those, God says, who bless you, and I will curse those who curse you. If we're not blessing Israel, if we're withholding favor and blessing, we're cursing them. And that is a very unrewarding place to find ourselves. We don't want to be in that position. If we withhold our blessing and our favor from Israel, we put ourselves in national peril. God is not neutral toward Israel. Jesus said this, salvation is of the Jews. God is not neutral toward Israel. The Jerusalem Connection is not neutral toward Israel. I hope you're not. Till next week, Od Ki Yavo Shiloh, or until Messiah comes, Yivareka Yahweh. Yahweh bless you, bless those you love, and bless those who love you.